Entrevista 1 toma... No, ¿cómo es? Entrevista Carmen toma 1. I am Carmen. I am the president of Fundación Trilema. I've been a teacher since I was tiny, and I was teaching my sisters and my brother, and then I was teaching my colleagues. So that's where I started teaching, basically, and learning at the same time. When you teach, you go beyond the academical side. You really can have an impact of a child's life. So that means you have to take into consideration what does a child need to be happy. And then you realize you cannot educate a child on its own. You have to educate the group, because otherwise the child is not happy. So school becomes very important. And I really believe very strongly in the power that a good school, a good teacher can actually have to change people's lives. The pandemic has been a very hard experience for the foundation, for the education, for the schools. We learn about the importance of ecosystemic relations. We realized that we couldn't do it on our own. Changemakers United comes to my life in the middle of the pandemic. So in the first place, I had the chance to get in contact with many inspirational people that were doing things differently in other countries. And that brought vision. So for us in Spain, where health and education are so fragmented and divorced, we had actually the strength to join and make many initiatives together, from an app for self-diagnosed COVID to our students went into hospitals and homes, and they learned the skills to actually take care of people at home. We had many experiences joining both worlds, and that's something that came partly because the program of Ashoka Changemakers United. And then I think the Ashoka personnel have allowed us to make connections with companies, big companies. We've actually been able to develop programs or projects that we would never have done because we don't have the capacity to make those alliances. So one of the big programs that we've developed from the pandemic is called Flow. It pretends to actually set, not just in the schools for children and teachers, but families as well, and school monitors, canteens, for every year, and then really train these healthy habits. And I think that's something that you feed from kindergarten, and then it goes further and further and further. I'm really proud of the people that are working with me, that we share the beliefs in what we are doing. And I think now it's about 400 people. We actually have had a lot of impact because we've been able to create that sort of community. When you get involved and you really want to change something as big as education, then you need to be more systemic. Change comes when you sit down, reflect, think, take decisions, make a team, and carry on long-term projects. Most of the times, you cannot choose the circumstances you will come across your life, but you can actually choose the way you live them. And everybody can actually change that life and make it better for her, for him, and for the people that surround us. So everybody can be a change maker. It's not just a matter of doing big things. It's a matter of actually commit your own life to make things better. And I think that can be actually fed since you are very tiny. So I think my big message is just make sure every child in the planet gets the education they deserve.